We're going to get to know tires in just a few minutes. So let's talk about it. We have two brown Teslas. I am not a tire guy. I was never a car guy, but I became enthralled and interested in the world of tires after blowing them out and being stranded in the desert multiple times in different brown Teslas. And we're going to talk about the tires we have and the situation we have, and we're going to learn about them in this video. We're going to do it fast, but we're also going to learn a lot. So here we have a spare I bought. And there are numbers on the tire that matter. They're right here. In this case, they say 245, 45, R19, 102Y. The end of the video will be me showing you an Excel file that goes over all these descriptions and talks about what they mean and why they're there. But what we can take from it is this is a 19-inch wheel diameter tire right now. There's things like aspect ratio and width and things. But we're going to talk about tread because I tagged this video about tread as well as about wheel size and wheel replacement. And so what we have is, I think this is a quarter. Actually, this looks like a weird quarter. It's kind of an interesting way to look at this. You want to be able to see the top of the head of Washington. Is this a US quarter? I mean, the quarters are so different. Now, you also have the penny test. If you cannot, sorry, you don't want to see the hair. If you don't see the hair like that is good. Like if you don't see the top of the head, let me give you an example of what's bad. This Tesla needs to have new tires. Look at that. We see the top of his head really, really clearly. All the tires on this car need to be replaced. And they came from a friend who gave me 19-inch wheels because I wanted 19-inch wheels on this brown Tesla as well as on this brown Tesla because you get better range with smaller wheels on your car. It's a surface area physics thing. So anyway, tread we have on this car. We also have on this car. We have tread on this car as well. There's only one tire over here that probably could be replaced. This one. So the penny test, not even. This one's actually pretty good too. We don't need really any tires replaced on this car, but we need all four replaced on this car. And we're going to talk about what comprises a tire, what all these numbers mean, load capacities, and speed ratings as we will go inside and do that on the computer. But I wanted you to see it in person. So here is the download you can use if you would like to know more about the descriptions on your tire. It's pretty helpful when you look at it this easily, right? You're going to have a bunch of stuff on the wall of the tire. It's going to come out in order, and we're going to break down what each one of those items is in the string of information that's on the side of your tire. It's going to start with a letter. Probably P if you're just a passenger driver person, but there's also light trucks, temporary, commercial, ST, but I would imagine a lot of you are just going to see a P if there is anything there at all at the beginning. Next, you've got section width in millimeters. That's how wide the top of the tire is, right? And this is about what it's going to convert to in inches, in case you're just doing a sanity check on it. I'm looking at those wheels on the brown Teslas outside. They are 245s. So there you go, a little less than 10 inches wide. Aspect ratio, how tall are they? I've seen examples or similar tires where they have 75, 85 aspect ratio. They're tall tires, not what you're using on those Teslas. Is one of the reasons they wear out faster. The tallness of the sidewall is not as tall as other tires. Radial construction, the construction is either going to be R or I believe D potentially, but mostly will be a radial construction tire unless the pattern is slightly different on it. Then there's the diameter of the wheel. And there's a big change outside with the brown Teslas moving from a 21-inch wheel to a 19-inch wheel. Massive differences when it comes to range of the car, when it comes to tire repair. You're talking about different surface area that is essentially touching the ground depending on the inch of the tire, how far you are, center of gravity, weight, all kinds of things influence it. So we moved to 19s. So that number R19, you're looking at a 19-inch tire. The other bits of information on the end after you get this main information. Whenever you're getting a new tire, you're definitely going to be caring about this. This is other supplemental information that also is relevant. Service load number and tire speed rating. These are dynamic in here. You can change them. There is a matrix of all of them right here if you want to look at the entire list. But if you're just going through and toggling, you can see that you could just say, oh, is it a 105 on there? Okay, then that can hold 2,000 pounds. Now, of course, you got a tire that's distributing the load of the vehicle on 4 different tires. Oftentimes, if it's 4-tired vehicle, 2-axle vehicle, then you can see how this number might matter. You know, the Tesla is over 4,000 pounds, and you can see that you definitely want to have certainly over 12 to 1,500 max load at least on a Tesla like that. So this is pretty good. And then there's the speed rating. And the speed rating matrix is also over here. And you can see that as you start to get down to bigger, higher speed tires down here, some of these are also extra high speed. The V's, the Z's, the W's, these are all going to be like you should not be going more than 150 miles an hour. So it looks like really anything V or above, if you're driving a fast car like electric car like a Tesla could be, you're going to get that. But you can of course put in whatever, and it will change automatically for you. So, I mean, this all going to correlate to price as well. I noticed that when I'm doing things like 21-inch wheels, there would be Z's on here. They'd be faster. I think that the aspect ratio was all the way down to 35. It was like a 235/35 maybe. I know that they're tougher to find, and something a little more standard like a 19-inch wheel is going to save you money on cost as well as give you better range in an electric car. So that's really what I can pass on to you in this video. And also, if you want to download this to mess around with this yourself and kind of understand what's out there, it is free for everybody because it was real easy to create and I learned a lot doing it. So that's tires. I have become a tire aficionado in my short time paying attention to tires. There's a reason why they're built to withstand immense pressure so that we don't have blowouts all the time. They do a pretty good job of that. And you certainly can see all the components that comprise that so that you can pick up a tire that will look less likely to have a problem. And when it does have a problem, will potentially run flat for a longer period of time if you really look at all this information. So that's the update. Good luck, everybody. Enjoy your tires and may all your travels be enjoyable and smooth, whether or not you have foam in your tire or not. So enjoy. All right, we're talking about 21-inch over here versus 19-inch wheels right here. A debate. I care way too much about wheel and wheel size and wheel wear and handling and mileage, and there's some physics here, and it's a really good discussion as we're in the middle of doing something that's really cool, which is taking the wheels off of one brown Tesla being this one, put from another brown Tesla being that one, while another brown Tesla sits and watches right there and does nothing. Sits and watches and be envious because that Tesla over there already has 19-inch wheels anyway. So, but we're moving the 21s off of mine and we're giving them away, even though the argument is they are more beautiful. This is the 21, even though this one's very dirty right here. You clean this thing up, and when we take a look at the other side, you'll see it's shinier, it's flashier. I'd have to say that comparing the two cars and having the ability to look at what are our 19s right there, and of course now a 19 right here,